Welcome! Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone. To the live, boys. Loading. KSP with building viewer suggestions. Live now, thank you. We're working? Everything's working correctly? Yes? Yes! Good. Welcome to the game I like to stream quite a bit, which is KSP. I love KSP. It's a very fun game. 10 out of 10. Very fun game. Very fun game, so do. I enjoy it quite a lot. There we go. And then we're going to pause that. And get right in. So, I don't have the DLC for this game. Whatever. I'm building viewer suggestions. Suggest whatever you want me to build. In our 1940 space program, currently we have a bomber, a fighter jet, a hovercraft. We don't have a boat yet. I think a boat's going to be the first thing I try and build. Oh yeah, this is aftermath from our bomber. I think the first thing I'm going to try and build, though, is a boat for us. I'm going to try and build a boat. Build a boat. Build a boat. So, in order to build a boat, let's start with this guy. Then we'll grab ourselves. No. We want to start out. Yeah, we want to start off with that guy. And then we want fuel, and we want Mark II liquid fuselage. I would long, please. I'd prefer. And long. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some aerodynamic stuff. Okay. There's no real good Mark II nose cone, is there? Not really. So actually, let's change this around a bit. I want to remove you, and instead I want to have the Mark II cockpit, and then we'll attach you to the end. Then we'll attach a simple engine, possibly Panther, I guess, would work for this function pretty well. And then what we got to do is we got to take some structural stuff, and these could work as pontoons, because I want to build a pontoon boat. We'll build out our pontoons. So let me mirror synchronize real quick. We'll build up our little pontoons. Pontoon boat, please. Yeah, thank you. Pontoon boat. No. You gotta go in. Go in the other one. Pontoon boat. And then pontoon boat. And then the pontoon boat. And then there we have it. There's the beginnings of our pontoon boat. Now, we need to close our pontoon at both ends, so we need aerodynamics parts. We need nose caps for these boys. Nose caps, possible. Can I get nose caps on these, please, then? Oh, I saw it snap to it. It snapped to it a second ago. What if I turn it off snap? There we go. Now we got our little pontoons, and then we're going to attach our pontoon cover to the back of it, which we're just going to use, I guess, just a normal nose cone for this one. Nose cone type A's. Just want a successful cover. You cover. We just want it to cover the entire inside of the boat. You just want it to cover the inside of the boat. Don't. There we go. Yeah, and then there we go. There's a successful pontoon boat, in a way. And so, to make sure we don't sink, there's an interesting thing you can do. Let me get my ground landing gear out. Put on our small landing gears, just bottom of here. We toggle snap so that we can get them directly on the bottom of here. Thank you. We're going to have small landing gear, and then small landing gear. And then, to make sure that we actually do float, we're going to have aerodynamics. And then we're going to have ourselves some radial air intakes. And they're going to be doubled up along here. So, yeah, doubled up along here. We have this guy, and we're going to have this guy. We're gonna have this guy. And we're gonna have this guy. And now we should have a fully functioning boat. Let's, wait. One more thing we need to do. We need to add some form of steering, don't we? So let's add... We want to make sure we have some form of steering, and in order to do that, we need to add maybe like a standard canard, and then some fins down in the water. Like some fins up here to steer with. Some fins up here, and then we'll... Actually, you know what? Let's put some fins back here for realism sake, and then we'll angle them up. This, so that they're up out the water a little bit. Because that's how a real pontoon boat has it. It has fins on the front that angle it up and out of the water. And then we'll have two big steer... No, not that big. I'll have two more steering structures. More steering structures back here. These will be deep in the water. And then now we have our boat. This should be a boat. Mark 1. Save boat, launch boat. And this thing should function pretty well. I think. In theory. Why does KSP keep on going unresponsive and then re-responsive? Anyways, there we go. This should be our plane. I mean our boat. Let's go ahead and taxi our boat out to the end of the runway. We just want a nice slow taxi. We can probably turn it up a little bit. We just want a nice taxi out to the water. Oh, this thing's super... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This thing's super touchy on ground. Okay, so we just need to get it straight off right out into the water. Otherwise, it's going to kill itself. Something's clearly messed up, though, in terms of parts for KSP right now. I touched it, I did something, and now it's not working as good as it should, but that's okay. We're just going to get up to, I don't know, 50 miles an hour. Then calm it down. And we're not going to try and turn. We just want to try and get out onto the water is all we want to do. So let's just get out on the water. This is our boat, guys. Oh, the boat. Why? I hit not a single button. I literally hit not a single button and we died. We need to taxi out more slowly. Here, how about we get off the runway first? How about that? How about we get off the runway? And we get on the ground. Because apparently the runway is not very good ground. Even though that's like the only purpose of a runway. Is to be good ground. You know what I'm saying? A little ridiculous. Okay, we lost our back steering. That's fine. All we need is our front steering. I just need to get out to the ocean, please. All I want in life is to make it to the ocean so that we can actually go swimming. This should make it to the ocean, I think. We were so close. Just make it to sea, my friend. Just make it to sea. You can do it, little boat. You can make it to sea. You're almost there. You're like halfway there. Don't worry, guys. I know it's a bit... That's why it's scary. Okay, instead of these stupid things that don't work, let's get some actual wheels for this thing. Because those things are not functioning as they should. How about we do, like, I don't know, a large landing gear? Now that should function perfectly fine, and it makes sense in the context of what we're doing, so... Now they really shouldn't have a reason for tipping over once it's on both large landing gear. It really should not have a reason to tip over. Plus it kind of fits with the pontoons, I think. Yeah, it really should not have a reason to tip over. We should be okay. And then we'll make a super tiny, super fast little fighter pilot. Ooh. Now, you should just be able to just get out to the ocean. No issues. No turning, no nothing. No, why are you wobbling? But you know why you're wobbling? It's because SAS is trying to correct for things. Turn off SAS, dude. Stop doing things, SAS. It's SAS, dude. SAS is to blame. SAS is to blame here. I'm really worried for KSP's health. Let's go ahead and power on now. How'd that happen? Oh, that's the tail end of those. Well, that works. They're sort of... Why are we turning again? Guys, why are we leaned over? Guys? Why? For some reason, wheels are the most impossible thing in this whole game to get right. Not the flying, not going to space, not wheels. Wheels, dude. Freaking wheels. Should we just slap some Rove Max Model 3s on this thing and call it a day? Oh, that's too easy. That's too easy. Why are you upside down? Thank you. I just want... We need a wider wheelbase, because this thing's very long, and I don't need it being very tall is the problem. We can just have a... You know what? We can have decouplers. That's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll have coupling, and then we'll have radial decouplers. We'll mirror said radial decouplers. And we'll have them like this, and we'll have them like this. And then we'll have our Rove Max Model XL directly on that, and a Rove Max Model XL directly on that. And then we'll simply rotate our Rove Maxes, be straight vertical, and then rotate our Rove Maxes to be straight vertical, and then connect some batteries to this thing. We'll have some batterize. We'll just do like, I don't know, a streak of 2 batterize. Batterize, and then we'll do, since we're gonna have to have batteries on it anyways, we might as well have a comms array on it. Since we're gonna have to do it anyways. So let's snap a comms array. Yeah, just a comms array. And then now we got the boat. So now this boat should have literally no possible way of blowing itself up, and at least until we get to the water. Thank you. This boat should have no possible way of blowing itself up until we get to the water. And they're fine, right? Yeah, they're power drawing from all. We're fine. Good. Now we're just going to drive forwards peacefully, because that is what we're doing. Oh man, this is going to take a little while to get the boat to the water, isn't it? Well, while we're taking the boat to water, maybe we can talk about that idea I was talking about earlier. So what I was thinking was that I could record myself doing a let's play of like whatever game we're doing, right? And then I could record myself on top of myself, but edit it with Audacity to be like an announcer, and then edit it once again to be like a co-host for the announcer, and then we could have like an announce show along with it, along with every playthrough, which I think would be really cool. The unfortunate thing is if we decouple early, what's going to happen is that everything's going to break, because our engine is on the secondary, not the first, so we can't even use our engine. How far away are we? Not very far. We can make it. Right? I've said that before and you failed. Anyways, this is just to get the boat to the water. Once the boat gets in the water, we should be perfectly fine to jet around at the speed of sound, as they say. It's a nice looking boat, though. I like the look of it. Nice looking boat. The fin on the tail is a little weird, but you can probably change that if we don't need it. If it turns out we don't need it. Why are we slowing down? Yeah, we're not out of electricity yet. I don't know why we're slowing down. Keep up the speed. Apparently whenever I do this, it speeds us up. Oh my gosh, wait. Infinite speed? Wait, infinite speed? Wait. Infinite speed. We can literally accelerate infinitely. Oh my gosh, I just found the secret. I wonder... Sorry, don't blow up. How? Land it? How did you even do that? Anyways. I found the secret for infinite speed. So literally what we do for infinite speed, right? Is I hold the W key. And just by tapping A and D, we can get faster and faster, dude. That is so cool. How does that work? How is that a thing? Is that how those other planes fly? They just wiggle? Boys, because like if I hold W, right? And then I just wiggle, we go faster. That's insane. Okay, so now we're going at a pretty good clip. We just want to let it go. We just want to keep this speed up. Kind of like a 60 speed is probably good. 60 meters per second. Dude, how are we going so fast? That's crazy. And then we'll turn our brakes on because we don't want to crash. Brakes. 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 Don't hit it. This is the most retarded vehicle I think I've ever built. I need to switch around the staging so that I can activate the engine before it decouples. Because the fact that it's decoupling like that is just screwing us over. Because we can't get to the end of the launch bay in time. Because we ain't fast enough. Hey, what are you making? Currently I am making a boat. But I am up for suggestions. Currently we are in the process of producing a boat. And yes, this is a boat. You'll see what I mean in a second. Yes, this is a boat. But yeah, it's a pontoon boat specifically, and then we're going to put weapons on it. And we're going to make some really cool crafts. I'm excited. This should be a pretty good stream. Yeah, I'm going to try and build whatever you guys can think of in this game. That's kind of what I did for... Basically, you kind of discovered the only two games I streamed on Twitch, really. Was I streamed KSP, and then I streamed Valorant. And then some League, and that was about it. Let's go ahead and power down and start slowing down. We do not want to run off the end of the runway like what happened literally last time. Where we lost an entire leg at like the last second. I just want to calmly get down to the water so that I may jettison my boat and use it as such. Please and thank you. Also, I don't understand why turning our fins makes us faster, dude. Turning makes you faster. That's so weird. I wonder if I can make something that's literally just fins, and I want to see how fast it turns. That'll be the next thing I do. If there are no viewer suggestions, because, like I said, we are doing viewer suggestions first and foremost. Why? Why? How? We went through the ground? There's something fishy with these KSP physics that we're playing with right now. Something a little fishy. And that is not a pun because we're making a boat. I'm just saying that there's something a little fishy with these KSP freaking things we're working with right now. A little fishy. Just a little fishy. Here, we'll put one on the prow. There you go. And that'll keep us hopefully from doing that again. I don't know though. But there's something fishy going on here. Something's screwed up. Because KSP's touchy, but KSP's not usually this touchy. I mean, oh my goodness, it's touchy. KSP is big touched right now. I don't know why we just went through the ground right there, though. Things in KSP don't usually just go through the ground. Let's go ahead and get up to the end of the runway as fast as physically possible. And then once we're out at the end of the runway, we'll slow it down. Actually, you know what? How about instead we slow it down right now? And we'll get off the runway before the big drop at the end. Because the runway is really buggy right now for some reason. Let's go off the side right here. Let's just drift down the side. And hopefully our nose doesn't go through the ground and explode again. Oh, we got our brakes on. Hopefully our nose does not explode and go through the ground. Please no? Thank you. Wow. Okay, it's off the runway and on the ground. KSP, why you do this to me, KSP? These guys know what's up. They know they're gonna die. They know they've sealed themselves into a horrible fate where really their only option is to be sunk into a ship forever. But they love their job anyways, and that's commendable of them. I really would like to get in the water, please. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it to the water? Finally? After so many tries of trying to make it to the water, are we gonna make it to the water? Watch this thing not work after we did all this stuff, dude. Watch it not even function as a boat. Okay, first test into the boat. Let's just roll in the water. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then we're going to go ahead and detach those. And it's boat time, boys! Woo! How fast can the boat go? Let me pull my gear up real quick. Let's get the boat up to speed. I'm hoping for maybe 30 out of it. It's nose up too. We want to get up on plane. Come on. Really? 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 It's functioning. It is functioning, and it's quite well functioning. But it's a very slow boat. This is quite the slow boat. Oh, I know. Yeah, quite the slow boat. Is it having any problems? No, it's not having any problems. It's just that slow. Okay, then. Let's turn around and head back to land, I guess. I mean, we did make a boat. Now, is it a slow boat? A horribly... Whoa. What is this? What? No! No, no, no! No, no, don't go towards our boat! What? Huh? What are you? I mean, I know you're a bomb from the bomber, right? But you're still burning after all this time? You've been out for a long time to still be... Are they all still burning? Wait. No, that's just a tail fin. But that's crazy. That's still burning. Okay, tiny boat officially accomplished. Let's put it back inside the dock for now. But yeah, a successful boat. Let's recover vessel in just a little bit. It's still slowing down. Still slowing down, and recover vessel. Okay, what are we gonna build next, man? You got any ideas? Because what I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing together. You can think of any ideas. What I'm gonna go ahead and throw together is I'm gonna throw together something interesting. I want to see. Scrap this. It's fine. Save it. Load new. And then I want to try something interesting. We're gonna get an inline cockpit, right? Then we're gonna get ourselves some structural fuselages because I want it to be I want it to lay as little as possible. So structural fuselage. Where are you at, my man? The myth, the legend. Then we're gonna add a structural fuselage. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're not gonna add a structural fuselage to the back. And then we're gonna add a aerodynamics nose cone. And then we're gonna add ourselves some structural little modular segments on both sides, and they're going to be snapped on to be the exact right angle. And then what we're going to do, okay, so we're going to attach all these, and then small landing gears. That's fine. I'll rotate them later. Don't know why you tried to place them like that, but you know, I don't know. Extra large is not needed here. I don't know why it wants to place them like that, but we can just rotate them later. Rotate you. Be straight. Straight. And then rotate you. straight, and then everybody straight. Cool. And then now what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and make something that shouldn't exist. Now this should not exist. Well, I mean, it can exist and it should exist. But what I'm saying is that this should not accelerate at all. But I'm going to see just how far that little wing mechanic we saw last time goes. How far can I stretch the game? How far can I stretch the game's physics before it breaks? Because we were going super fast last time. Like, super fast. Super fast last time. For no reason whatsoever. Just because we had fins. So I'm thinking fins are the key to speed, right? We're going to take fins, and we're just going to have as many fins as physically possible, all in the same craft, right? Is this going to touch the ground if I put another standard canard on it? Yes. What about on the nose? One on the nose, dude. Okay. And then one on the back too? Why not? Why not? One on the back, dude? Yeah. Cool. You all need to be up more. Braking physics Mark 1. This shouldn't exist. This shouldn't work. There's no reason that this would work. It really shouldn't work. Okay, now we're going to SAS, right? And then we're going to hold forward, and then we're going to jiggle. Wait. Oh, we're getting speed. Actually, let's turn SAS off. I think SAS is breaking it. We're gaining speed, boys. This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't work. But it does. How fast can we get this thing up to? I want to give it better wheels, because I think with better wheels it goes faster. But the concept works. It does work. That if you have these, and then you just turn it left, you turn it right, and you turn it left, turn it right, and you turn it left, and you turn it right, and you turn it left. We're gaining speed every time we turn. We are really gaining speed every time we turn. That is amazing. This was not the purpose of the experiment, but this was part of the experiment, and I'm happy that I did it. Now, we do have problems with them not all understanding what I'm trying to do. Let's revert flight, and we're going to revert it back to space hangar. And now I'm going to do something different. So pull y'all off. Pull that off. Don't need it. We can leave those on. Those are cool enough to leave on. And then we'll leave everything else on. We're just taking off all the stuff that would be non-realistic. And then we're going to add ourselves some fuel tanks. We're going to add some Mark 1s. Mark 1s in the back of here. Maybe 2 Mark 1s. And then we're going to add engines, and we're going to add ourselves a Panther, because why not add a Panther? And then we'll add ourselves some structural features. We'll add ourselves some of these again. Place them out here at the back. And then we'll add ourselves some more canards. Now this thing will hopefully be the most maneuverable of anything I have ever built. If my theory is correct. Now, if my theory is wrong, it's going to explode horribly. But that's besides the point. The point is that if my theory is right, then this should be the most controllable plane of all time. Should, in fact, be the most controllable plane of all time, dude. Yep, and then we'll have these down as well, up here. We'll attach them back there. Yeah, dude, look at it. Let's try this. Dragonfly Mark 1. Now, if this works, it's a little insane. Because it really shouldn't. It really shouldn't work. There's no world where this should work. Oh, you know what? It's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? Because I didn't put wheels on it, but also because I didn't put any air intakes for the engine, so the engine was just going to burn up immediately. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to take more landing gear, more tiny boys, double it up, pop them on, and then rotate them to be forward. Forward. Yeah, they're both straight, right? Straight, yep. And then this thing should be really stable on the ground. But also it needs, let's remove our nose cone. I don't like this nose cone. This nose cone does not appeal to me. It's not a very Dragonfly-esque nose cone. And instead we'll get aerodynamics and we will attach ourselves a circular intake. Now that looks much more Dragonfly-like. Now save and launch. Really shouldn't function, really shouldn't work, but is it gonna work? Probably. If I had to guess so, yeah. If I had to guess, this is probably gonna work. It's probably gonna work pretty well too. Why are these down here? Okay, whatever. Oh my gosh. What's going on? What? Okay, let's see if it takes off just on its own. Let's turn SAS on so it doesn't flip. And then let's just get up to like, I don't know, 50 miles an hour. Right, can we get up to 50 in this thing? We can get up to 50 in this thing. Yep. And then just pick it up. Pick it up. Yes, dude. Look at this. This shouldn't... What even is this, dude? It's a freaking space noodle. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so steerable. Dude, it's so incredibly steerable, it can literally reverse direction and burn retrograde. That is insane. Do you see the maneuverability on that? Like, I literally was just able to turn around and burn retrograde. Okay. I see possibilities for this thing's future. When can it start taking off at? Oh, it can start taking off right here. But we're going to wait a little bit. Gently, gently. Into the sky we go. Now this thing, I'm going to guess, can roll like a beast. Yep. Please stop. 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 Don't burn retrograde. Why is it burning retrograde, dude, every time? That is so weird. Why? What even? Okay, revert flight to launch. Let's turn off SAS, because I think SAS is what's screwing us. We need a reaction wheel on this thing is what we need. This thing needs a reaction wheel. This thing needs a good, strong reaction wheel. Go ahead and tap up. Tap up slowly. Slow your roll, dude. It's so crazy. It's insane. Let's do it no SAS. I don't want SAS on this flight. So as soon as we hit 50, we should really go for it. Nope. Okay, there's just too much ups. Too much ups. Too much ups, dude. And I think where the too much ups comes from is I think it comes from these boys. There's up. Please don't rip all that off. There's ups, and then there's too much ups, and that was too much ups. What did our stuff look like? Thrust, gravity, aerodynamics. That's why. We need more weight up front. So, you know what that means? That means... pull this guy off, and pull this guy off. And then replace this with an actual fuel. Replace this with an actual fuel tank. Because we need more weight up front. Yes, there we go. We need more weight up front. We need our thrust. Yeah, boy. And then a little bit more behind it. Now this thing should fly pretty well. We make the, what if I... Let's just do the thrust ball. Thrust ball. Do that, they're pretty much perfectly centered. I want it to be farther back though. There we go. This should fly really well. Save and launch Dragonfly. Dude, when we put like a burner on this, like a shot cone burner or something, like a really high output engine, it's gonna go so fast. It's gonna go so incredibly fast. Okay, now it should have good flight characteristics too. The Dragonfly still should be really maneuverable. I think we take off at... Really? Not yet. Okay, 60. 60, 60, 60, 60. Oh my gosh. This thing flies incredibly well. Look how maneuverable this thing is, dude. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, dude. It's so freaking... Whoa. Boys, it can just turn and burn like nobody's business. Please do not up. Big ups. It needs a better engine. The engine is its only failing point right now. The engine is failing the system, because the system is much stronger than the engine can handle. Yeah, this is a piddly engine. New engine. Let's give this thing, I don't know. How much, what's the max thrust I can get out of one of these? 162, 180, 85, 130, 130 flat, 360. 120 flat. I think this is the most thrust we can get out of one of these. Not using like a, yeah, like an actual rocket one. I think this is the most thrust. So we'll do a rapier on it. Slap a rapier on it, because that's always faster than anything else we could have possibly done. Slap a rapier on it, because it goes very fast. SAS on. Rapier go very fast. It's just that it's very heavy. It might be just as very heavy. Yeah. I think it's just because it's very heavy compared to the amount of thrust it has. Because look, we can go... How fast can we climb? We can't climb that fast. We can climb... We can climb this fast, which is pretty fast. I mean, that's a 45-degree climb. Successful 45-degree climb. How fast is the loop-de-loop on this thing? Still got way too much control for... No, SAS is off. We're not SASing right now. We're loop-de-looping. Oh my goodness, it loop-de-loops beautifully. Loop-de-loops beautifully. Beautifully. Rotate around? No. Reaction wheel needs to make it less controllable. We're plummeting out of the sky, man. You're gonna have to get it under control. Get it under control. There you go. Pull it up, 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 and we're up. We're gonna say us on, dude. Whoa. This thing flies pretty well, I'd say. You can just turn, you can really torque it around. SAS is fighting me is the problem, dude. SAS doesn't want something to have this good of turning capabilities. Are we falling? I think we're falling. Let's climb again. Let's climb way up. Big ups. Big ups. Big ups. Look at that climb, dude. That's quite epic. I'm very happy with this, to be honest. It's not quite what I expected it to be, but it's interesting, and that's about all we can ever hope to be, right? Very fun and interesting. doesn't want to use its turning capabilities to its full advantage, but other than that. Why are we burning towards the ground again? Get up out of that. Pull up out of that. Pull up out of that. No. That does not mean go towards retrograde. Which means pull up out of that. That does not mean go towards retrograde, SAS. SAS really likes retrograde for some reason. Let's kill engines. Try and land this sucker. No. That does not mean go through to retrograde. That does not mean go towards retrograde. We're falling like a brick just straight down, I guess, because we have no glide. That's an interesting space plane. It's just quite interesting. Okay, now let's try something else I wanted to try, which is we're gonna try and make a super tiny, super maneuverable plane. Super tiny, super maneuverable. So what do we need to do that? We need a good strong engine, which in this case I think is going to be, we're going to have a Mark 1. We're going to have it be 2 Mark 1s, right? 2 Mark 1s and a Rapier. And then the Rapier is going to be on the back. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to have canards to steer, right? And then we're going to have mirrored canards at the 45 and at the 45, kind of like an X-Wing that has really, really good control over itself. Mirrored canards, sort of, kind of. And then we'll have our main wing be like a small delta. No, just a normal delta or a small delta even. Would be nice. Or structural wing type D even. That works. No, we want it to be a small delta. There we go. Small deltas. And then now we'll have aeroplane foil. They don't like me. They really don't like me. Come on. Especially when I try and put them on stupid stuff. I really don't like going on. I want you to fit in the wing, dude. I want you to slot in the wing. There we go. No. You don't understand. You almost did it, but not quite. I want you to slot in the wing, dude. Can you do in the wing? Dude, can you... What was that? There we go. That's what I want. That's what I want, dude. Now, where's our center of thrust? And looks perfect. And then let's go ahead and put on it some small landing gears. Small landing gear in the front. And then 2 small landing gear in the back. Should keep everything off the ground, and it's just directly behind it. Save. Launch. Now this should be a really, really cool, really, really fast, interesting fighter. Because it's super light. It is super incredibly light. There is no question about how light it is. Oh, okay. You know what I didn't do? I didn't give it any oxygen, chat. I didn't give it any oxygen. It needs the oxygen, chat. It needs the oxygen. I gotta give it the oxygen, chat. Just one, actually. A Mohawk. What better way? I don't know if they can handle all the air that the Rapier needs, but it might. And if it does, hey, that's cool. I thought I heard something. It says, whoa. Air, yeah, yep. No. Oh, I hit D. I hit D and it died. D for death. Don't hit D. Okay, this may fall into the same category as the last one, where it's just like, it really doesn't want to do what I want it to do. So we're just going to let it do what it wants to do for a while. It doesn't want to do good things either. Really? Please get up in the... Gonna be one of these days. Gonna be one of these, huh? You know what, actually? I bet these can be launched from non-service launches. Can we please just pull up? Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. No. I bet this can do a non-surface launch. So what we're going to do, actually, is instead of doing any of this crap, is we're simply going to attach a coupler, and we're going to attach a coupler to the base, right? And then we're going to have ourselves an engine, like say a thumper on the bottom, right? And now this thumper is going to have an aerodynamics cup like this. And then we're going to attach it to something structural, like one of these. It's going to be attached to the back. Or the side, even. And then what's going to happen is, we're going to... This needs to be first. This needs to be first. We're going to activate this solid fuel. Then we're going to decouple from that once the solid fuel booster's going. Yeah, and then now this should work. Crazy idea, but it just might 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 work. We're gonna all do this, and then we're going to... That's my fault. Okay. SAS on. I'm gonna activate it. Why does it... Okay, let's turn SAS off. Turn SAS off, because SAS is screwing us up. SAS is trying to burn retrograde, and we don't need to burn retrograde. So no SAS. And then we're just going to... Okay, I see what's happening. Instead of... Yeah. I need to nose down right off the bat, because it's going to go up no matter what, because of the thrust. I understand. So I need to activate, nose down. Just doesn't have enough time to nose down, even. Let's revert to spaceplane hangar, then. And maybe instead of using something so dang big, we just use, like, I don't know, a shrimp. Get it off the ground. That's off center. I want it to be on center, dude. Here we go. Centered. And then we'll have, I don't know, what's going on, and then that'll be our initial takeoff. Because that's just so strong that it overpowers anything we could ever do, which is not good. Loading. SAS. That didn't work because it didn't give it enough time to charge up, dude. Big dum-dum. Anyways, let's revert flight to spaceplane hangar, and how about I just tear the bottom wings off of it? Look, okay. Let's stop trying to be complex here. What happens if I rip off these bottom canards? Yeah, bad things. Bad things happen when I rip off the canards. Now, what happens if I simply lower it down? Okay, and then I lower these down. To here. Oh, wait. I need... Bruh. No wonder the thing got all messed up. Want it back here, right? And then we want it below. We want it below. There we go. And then what if I put canards on the side? Help lower it down even further. There we go. Put canards on. No, that's gonna hit our wings. Just want it to where the canard's not gonna hit. Now our center of flight is behind it. Now we need to pull these wings up. That should be perfect. That should be a really good flying plane. Now, what we need to do now is we need to get some small landing gear. Need to fit it out to be facing down, please. Facing down, please. Thank you. No, you don't understand. Facing down. That should actually give us a little bit more stability, believe it or not, and then that's fine. Should be okay with this. Nothing should touch the ground, right? No, nothing should touch the ground. Dragonfly time! When you realize you balance your entire craft based on what it weighs and looks like whenever it has its booster on. SAS. Down on the ground, boy. Down on the ground. Okay. Go up. You wanna go up? You wanna fly? You wanna fly? You wanna fly? You wanna go up? You wanna fly? Safe to say it does not want to fly. Okay. Dumb idea to give it a booster. Booster is not needed. Booster is nicht sehr gut. Booster not needed. Now, when we remove the booster, how is it going to work? Can it take off like this, just sitting on its engine? I don't think so. I'll have to see, though. It might... Yeah. It's taking off on its own. What's our aerodynamics look like without the rocket on us? Perfect, actually. Very perfect. Okay, so what I need to do then... How about instead we just give it 4? So we're just going to give you 4. How about that? You like that idea? You like that idea, huh? I like the idea of having 4 small landing gear, dude. How much weight does that add? 4 of them. About a quarter of a ton. But we need it to fly. Maybe we could do 2 up front and then 1 in the back. Now it's leaning forward. See, are you going to take off quickly now, Mr. Mohawk? You started taking off at about 50, I think. You should be able to take off at. Really? Nah. 80? 80. 80. G those up. Now you should be able to fly pretty fast. Okay. It's another issue where it's a little too fast of a turner. But it's going to dogfight. Yeah, dogfighting this thing's going to feel great. Can I please pull up? The steering on it is... It's touchy. It's very touchy steering. Very touchy on the steering. I think it's going to be okay. And we can arm it with missiles and a gun. We have hard points for both of those, so... Let's see what happens when we take off at, like, I don't know, 97? Can we take off slowly at 97 or 100? Thank you. And then... How fast can we climb? Still climb. Can we climb here? We can still climb here. Now that's a good fighter. Look at that climb. That is a near entirely vertical climb. and we're still doing it with ease. Now that we're up in the air where we got some more more space to play with the bird, it needs to have... Okay, we need more rotational turning. That's what we need. Our rotational is not good. And we turn way faster than the nav ball can keep up with. So what if we turn SAS off? And then fly it. We turn faster then? Yeah, it seems like SAS is kind of holding us back in a way. Yeah, look at that. That is an extremely tight turn. Tight turn for days in this thing, dude. Tight turn for days. No, 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 no. You're gonna write your... Look, look, look. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. Let it go. Pull up. Thank you. Mr. Man. Thank you. How fast is it in a straightaway now is the question. It's pretty short range because it... Here, SAS, you take over. I don't want to mess with this no more. How fast can it go, though? Like, let's get it. Stop. Level out, level out, level out, level out. Level out, level out. Put it in a straightaway. Put it in a straightaway down on deck. How fast is it? Well, it's over 500 meters per second, which is fast enough for me. 600, 700, 800, 900, 1100, 1200, 1300, 1300, 1400, 1500. That killed all the speed, dude. Cutting up over that mountain killed all the speed. But see how fast it was able to do that? We were able to get that close to that mountain going 1500 miles per hour and then just whip it up. That's insane. Now I do want to see how fast it can actually go. Because it almost tore itself apart at 1500. Will it tear itself apart is the question. 600... 700. I'm hoping for like maybe 1800 miles per hour would be satisfying. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, so how are you talking about making the biggest plane? Okay, I'll make the biggest plane. Right after we're done with this flight, I'll make the biggest plane possible. Or at least that I think I can make. Let's see. 1300. 1400. 1500. It's gonna blow up soon. Boom. And bye-bye. 1573 is the fastest it can possibly go. Okay, let's build a big plane. Big plane is next. That was our first fan-suggested item on the docket. Big plane. So what better than the Mark III cockpit for a big plane, okay? So, Mark III cockpit. We're going to get some big old engine. We're going to get some big old fuel tanks in here. Get some Mark III fuel. Mark III rocket fuel. No, we're not going to make a rocket plane. Bro, who wants a rocket plane? That's lame. Now we're going to build a huge, massive passenger airplane out of 3 of these. And then we're going to build aerodynamics. We want to go ahead and put a little snoot droop on it. Come on, droop the snoot. Droop the snoot. You know, there you go. Now we're going to rotate it. No, rotate this. Thank you. And then droop the snoot. The snoot droops. The snoot doth droopeth. Snoot needs to doth... There we go. Snoot doth droopeth. Okay, so. We're going to be using some big parts for this baby. Mainly like, where's the tail fin? Yeah, tail fin. That's not big enough. We need a bigger tail fin. Aeroplane tail fin. There we go. That's big enough. This is actually probably the first time I've used the aeroplane tail fin, believe it or not. This is the first plane I've... Well, no, it's not the first time I've used it. But it's the first time I've made a plane big enough to where it actually seems like it fits. And then now for an engine, we want... the Rapier is the highest minimum thrust, but this is the best. So, as bad as it looks, strapping one of these on the back is the best way to make it fly. We're going to call this thing Big Bertha. And we're going to strap on it some big S delta wings. And they're going to start right about here. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's see, what's their overlay look like? So what we could do, right, is we could simply just place 3 sets of wings on it, and then use each individual 3 set of wings to make it fly. And then we'll pull this one up further, and then we'll pull this one up the furthest. And this will be the final one, and then we'll move you back a little bit. And then now we have delta wings, right? And then now we're going to have control surfaces on these delta wings. Force, so we can take off without falling to pieces. Then have this guy. Okay, and then that's good. And then we're going to attach ourselves to more of these big boys on the wings. Right there, I guess. That puts it right about on par, right? That puts it right about where it's supposed to be. Let's scoot these big boys back, though. I want them to be further back. And then I want... That's about it. That's about right. This should function perfectly fine. This is a big enough plane, right, man? This is a big enough plane, right? I think so. It fits the theme pretty well, I think, of big plane. And then I'm just gonna put. Well, actually, no. What we should do really is we should put one in the back, and then 2 up front. And this is kind of a bit of a different solution to the issue, but I think it solves the problem just as well. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. We want it to be... Nah, the thrust is below anyways. Save. Launch. This should work. This is big enough, right? Or do I need to make it bigger? Is this big enough, or does it need to be larger, man? Yeah, I know. I know. You don't want to exist. You just want to not exist. Now, takeoff in this thing should be pretty okay. We have 3 large... Oh. These aren't functioning, are they? Wait, no, they're functioning. Okay, pull up. We'll pull up out. Watch. Why is the front one like that? Anyways, doesn't matter. We should be able to pull up at maybe like 100. 100 we should be able to pull up at. I think. 100-ish. The last plane I made like this, it was like 120 was our takeoff speed. We're going to hit the little cone on the end, aren't we? Come on. Do it, mate. Oh, we lost our engines. Okay. Literally the only problem there was that we didn't... Our wheels aren't in the right spot, so... Let's fix that our wheels aren't in the right spot, and then we'll get right back to it. Okay, now we have wheels in the right spot, and then we just need 2 stabilizing wheels in the middle. 2 stabilizing wheels in the middle. Just to make sure it doesn't fall over. Just to make sure it doesn't fall over. I'd prefer if they were closer to the engines rather than far away from the engines. Wait, no, I can still do what I wanted to do. I just have to put them on the wings. Right? Yeah, I can still do what I think I can still do what I wanted to do. I just have to attach them directly to the engines. Instead. I think when I attach them directly to the engines. Right? Yeah, that's lower than that. So when it drops, it should lean back instead of forwards. Now, if it leans forward, we're screwed. But I'll take it back to the drawing board and move the engine gear up, you know, instead like I wanted them to be. But we should be okay with just this. Not good. Okay, it's good. It's big enough. Yay. Very glad. Let's let it stop bouncing real quick. And now let's get going. And now this should take off at, I don't know, 70, 80. 80-ish, 70, 80. I don't know why this one fin up front is doing wrong, but Deploy direction. Inverted. Wait, no. Normal. Now, what? Anyways, doesn't matter. We should be able to take off at about 100. I think 100 will be our takeoff speed in this thing. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's a decent sized craft for sure. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You have enough. I know you have enough of everything. Yeah! Oh, you did it for a second. You did it for a second. Come on, you're bouncing. Yeah, come on. Yeah! Boys, there we go. Big plane. Big plane. Huge plane. Massive plane. Massive plane. Flying perfectly in the air. Now, can we land it is the question. And my answer to that, the quick answer to that anyways, is probably not, because I didn't put air brakes on it, and it weighs a ton. Maybe we should burn a bit of a fuel out of it. Whoa. What was that sound bug? Oh, it turns really well. Holy crap. Yeah, it turns pretty good. I just don't want to nosedive it into the water after we worked so hard to get it up in the air. Because that landing was pretty lucky, to be honest. No. I want to go up. I want to go up. 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 You don't want to go in the water. Trust me. Wow, though. This guy's huge. Huge plane, dude. Huge plane. Huge plane, dude. Huge plane. And it turns so fast. Look at how fast it turns. Ribsy, are you happy? Shepley, look at you guys. I mean, you guys are real founders of your industry here. I don't think I've ever made a plane quite this large. I've made large planes in the past, but not quite this large. We're going to fly over the KSP Center, I think. Or we're going to just not fly over the KSP Center and instead just land on the ground. I think we're going to land it. We're going to try and land it. We'll try. We'll see what happens. We got the snoot drooping. Everything's working out well. We want to stay level, please. And we want to stay up. I want to go up, please. Gotta keep our nose up. Gotta climb. And we'll start killing our engines because now we're up high enough. And now hopefully we don't just collapse out of the sky like a brick. Go ahead and deploy these guys to increase drag. We should miss the KSP. We might land on the rocket pad though. Yeah, we're gonna come in like a brick if we're not careful. Which I do not want to come in like a brick. Oh, we're gonna come right into the... Oh, okay. We'll do it. Screw it. Turn on the brakes just in case. Oh, we're going right into the land. Oh, no. Yeah, I tried, boys. I tried. We're gonna hit the ground going 108. It's gonna break the legs. Don't die. They're dead. Okay. Took off. Did not land. We did make a big plane, though. Okay, so what do you want us to do next? Now that we've completed Big Plane. Big Plane is complete. Big Plane is saved. We're going to make a different thing besides Big Plane. Challenge complete. I'm gonna build a car in the meantime. Actually, it's a lot easier to build cars in the other center. Yeah, we can build anything. We can build moon rocket. We can build anything, dude. Like, we can go anywhere you want to go. Just 2 different routes to get there. So, land a can. Thank you, landing can. Structural. Octagonal struts. Please, 2 of you. No. I don't want you guys deploying like that. I want you deploying with the... symmetry like that, and I want you not snap. I want you to just, there we go. So 1 on there and 1 on here, and then 1 of these greater segments. I want 1 of these, but I want it turned sideways, so I want it like flat like that, and I want to place it across the middle. I want to place like I want to place it across the middle. Yeah, like that. Kind of. There we go. No. You know, just... that's close. No, it's not. KSP, listen to me. You know what? How about instead of doing this little tiny setup, we just do this directly into the other one. We'll just do this on both sides, and we'll move directly into the setup. And then we'll move these, and then we'll move these, and I want these to be a little better lined up. Ah, it looks okay. We're going to build a car. It's going to be a very fast car. We're going to use ruggedized vehicle wheels. We're going to have those there. We're going to have these here. Going to rotate them to where they're... No. Rotate these wheels. Their correct orientation. Rotate this wheel to its correct orientation. Wait, do I not have to rotate them to the correct Are they already in their correct orientation? No, that we want them all the way down on the ground. Yeah. And then for you, we want you all the way down on the ground. But no, we already got you as far down on the ground as you're gonna. We want you level though. There we go. And then now we got our basic parts for the vehicle. And then we just want our electrical, and we want to throw on 2 of these. And we want to throw on fuel cell. Interesting. Fuel, oxidizer, we don't need that. That, 1x6, 3x2, 1x6s. Want those here. And we want those here. And then we want to mount our well, first let's just save it and see how it works. Let's save and launch the car. How does the car work currently? Open decent. It looks like it should work pretty decent. Before we start strapping weapons on it, or try to strap rockets on it, or make it fly, or do any of that fun stuff, let's just make sure that it works. It works like that, and then we can turn it. Yeah, we can turn it. Oh, it goes pretty fast too. It's got a pretty good turn rate. How fast can we get it to go before it breaks itself? Like 40, right? And then these guys are draining electricity, but that's fine. We'll just... It landed the flip, dude! We want to go ahead and activate, extend these boys. And extend that boy. And extend this boy. And extend that boy. Just so we can have power coming in while power's going out. It definitely will not be equal drain, but it'll at least slow the drain significantly. Watch, we're going to ramp. Ramp! Okay, we didn't go up in the air quite, but we did a little bit. Let's turn SAS off. Yeah, it works a lot better with this. Whoa. Excuse me, why'd you just do a 360 when all I did was turn once? We need to turn SAS on just so it limits the turning. Let's go check out the obelisk real quick. And the view from inside the cockpit is interesting. Maybe we need to raise the front up a little bit so they can see a bit more. Because the cockpit view is not all that great right now. We did the burnout. Not all that great. We're going to run right into the black... there it is. The black totem without even seeing it. I see it. But we're not going to see it long before we... Whoa. Stop spinning out, bud. Stop burning out. And then we can get back out of this view simply by just hitting V. This is a very quiet vehicle. Surprisingly quiet. Much quieter than our last vehicle, that's for sure. And it can just stop and charge up wherever. But for right now, we're just going to go out and check this guy. Check out this little place. Then I'm going to put the brakes on. Yeah, and then it slows down to nothing. So let's take the brakes off. I just want to get right up next to it, and then we're going to get out and look at it together. Brake, and get on out, and then EVA. Hey, look, there we are. Oh, we fell down. And I can activate my RCS jetpack, dude. I cannot activate my jetpack. Okay. We walk so slow, dude. So incredibly slow. Can I get in your view? I cannot first person. No, I cannot first person. What does it say? It says squad. It's the people who made the game. They gave themselves a monument. They deserve that. This is a very good game. Okay, get back in your little spacecraft and get on driving back to the Space Center. These have been charging up, right? How much are they charged? Check on the batteries. Can you climb? I should put on a ladder so you can climb this and check on the batteries. Yeah, because you can't jump very high. Go ahead and get back in the vehicle. Get back in the vehicle. Get back in the vehicle. Board the vehicle. There we go. And what are we charged up to? Almost full again. Okay, good. Turn off the brakes. Turn it around. And drive it back to the KSP Space Center. Off we go. This is a very functional car. Very functional vehicle. I like that a lot. I respect it for its functionality. What's its top speed currently? We can make this thing fly. We can 100% make this thing fly. I think. Yeah, it is. Well, it basically is a rover. Oh, you want me to build a train? Okay. Train is going to be we're just going to build a giant rover then. We've kind of already got it down. We just need to build a giant rover. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to build... Well, I can take this actually, I think, and turn it into a train, possibly. Or at least something that resembles a train quite heavily. It's going to take a lot of work, though. Let's put on the brakes and get back in the spaceplane hangar so I can get to work on that. Bip. Recover vessel. Go back in, and let's make a train, because nothing stops a train. Train. Okay, done. Yeah, I understand. Let's get back into the vehicle assembly, grab our current vehicle. And now you may ask, what am I possibly going to do to this to turn it into a train? Well, I'm going to try and make a freight train. So in order to make it a freight train, I'm going to need some structural and stuff. And I'm going to need, like, I don't know, probably a modular fuselage will work pretty good for this purpose. I want you to connect, yes, there. And that's going to be the front of our train. This is what it's going to look like when it comes at you. We're going to put lights on it, of course. And then now I want to put, say, maybe, what's the biggest structural part we have? This really? Yeah, and then we're going to have it snap to the back. And then we're going to have a string of these. Micronome. Vehemently denies all accusation. What? Just a little, yeah, it's just a little block. I don't care about that. Anyways. Snap these on the end of each other. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, I don't remember the copy function, so I'll have to make them each individually. But I'm going to take this and load them up all the way back, right? Then I'm going to take these and move them down here. And I'm going to move them to like right there. And then we're going to rotate them. We're going to rotate this whole setup, and we're going to rotate it like this, where it's flat on. Yep, that looks pretty train-like to me. And then I need to lower it down a little bit. No. I need placing tool, so I can lower it down a little bit. No. We want it, well, actually, on the front's probably best. And then we'll just simply rotate this, rotate it over till it's perfectly straight up and down. And then that's the first step of our train. Oh, I need to mirror this. Place there. And then this is the first step of our train. And then I also need to move. We'll mirror it, why not? It's pretty kooky. I don't know, I need it to be off of this. I need it to be turned off. There we go. This is not perfectly straight. I want perfectly straight. Okay, here, look. Let's just turn off symmetry altogether. And then just place it as 1. I believe what the game is trying to tell me is that this is not perfectly straight. No, the whole thing is curved slightly. That's not good. You don't want a curved train. That'd be unfortunate. Driving around on the curved train, dude. Yeah, you want all your joints to line up as correct as they possibly can. There we go. That's a much straighter train. And then now, basically all we need to do to make this a successful, at least if you're talking about an engine and not like cars and stuff. Cars and stuff are going to take a bit more work to do. But if you're just talking about a train engine, we can get that done right now. Because we can just throw these. Wait, no. I want these boys. Actually, this will work. And then we'll have it inside, outside, inside, outside. That'll work. And then this will probably take some struts. So I will strut this up because I don't want this to fly apart on us. I do not want this to fly apart into a billion pieces when we start driving it. So, turn snap, rotate it, rotate till perfectly vertical. Is it no, it's not already vertical. And then snap, rotate it till it's perfectly vertical. All wheels are on level with each other. No, they are not. These are slightly lower. Let's try and get these. We can't get these any lower, so we need to raise these up then. We need to raise you up by a little bit because you're a little too high. You're a little too high. Raise you up just. Wow, they're high up, dude. Oh, it's because these things are also trailing down. Here, let me fix that real quick. I want you to be perfectly straight. Straight on. Perfectly straight on. Okay. And then you need to be straighter. Making a train. There we go. And then now we need to possibly shred it up more. So what we'll do is we'll take some structural components. And we'll simply just plop them down on top of here. Plop them down on top of here. And then we'll plop one down here. And then what we'll do is, because I bet you want it to carry something, right? You want the train to carry something. So what we'll do is we'll put a Mark III cargo bay. Can I get a Mark III cargo bay in here? Just attached to something. I don't care what it is for now. And then we will rotate the Mark III cargo bay till it is perfectly vertical, perfectly level. Toggle snapping so we can get it perfectly level. Perfectly level. And then we will move it until it is allowed to be here. Now, will it be allowed to be here anytime soon? I don't know. Could we have left it where it was? Probably. Can you be allowed? Be allowed. Be allowed to exist. But we can have a cargo bay on the train, actually. We can make it carry cargo anyways. Hopefully that's the dream anyways when it comes to this kind of thing. I don't know how well it's gonna work. Maybe we can put like a little cube here for it to attach to. And then attach this whole big thing to the cube. Yeah. So now we actually have a cargo bay. Don't ask me how this works. We do have a cargo bay. A semi-functioning cargo bay anyways. Then we can put maybe one of those on here just for symmetricality's sake. And then shred it up. So one here, the one there, and one here, the one there, and then the one here, the one there, and then the one here, the one there, and the one here, the one there, and then the one here to the one there. And this is the train. Train Mark 1. And then now we're gonna take ourselves some utility. We have lights in here. Drill, mining, illuminators. There we go. I want lights to be on this thing. So let's turn that off, and then we'll put mirror symmetry on. And then we'll attach lights. And then we will rotate said lights to be vertical lights. And then now it's a train. This is as close as we're gonna get to a train in KSP right now. I might make this is actually a really cool idea. Thank you for suggesting this idea, because I might be able to make other train cars to hook onto this train. That might be a possibility. That could very well be a possibility in the future. Okay, does our train even work is the question now. It moves. It lives. It turns very slowly. Let's not roll it off. Actually, this could go pretty fast, probably. No, 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 no. Do not roll off the launch pad. Do not go off the launch pad the wrong way. Thank you. Go down the ramp. Okay, look at that. Now that is that's a train if I've ever seen one. I live next to railroads, so nobody can tell me any different. And then we got the lights. And then we got the gear and the brakes. Turn the lights on and off. What's the power drain on? Oh, wow. You know what? That was a mistake. Well, okay. This thing can drive very short distances. I want to make sure it can drive long distance, though. So what we're going to do real quick, before this drains, actually, we're going to revert it back. Because that's not fair. Trains are supposed to go really, really far, right? They're supposed to go extremely, extremely long distances. And our train right now sucks at doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach some thermoelectric generators to your boy the train. We're going to attach them like that, and then we're going to attach some thermoelectric generators and some thermoelectric generators. Then we're going to attach ourselves some more. Well, we could attach photovoltaic panels. That's not what we're going to do right now. And then we're going to attach ourselves some more batteries. We're going to attach ourselves some more batteries. Now, of course, these batteries are quite explosive. They are quite... What happened there? Nothing. Okay. We'll have to place these singularly, I guess, because the game really... Wait, what if I do quad? Will quad work? Where's the other two? Wait. Doesn't matter. You know what? Radial symmetry always what? It's all radial symmetry. Yes, always has been. Now it should be able to go infinite distance. Long range train shenanigans are a go. I think we solved your problem, man. I think we figured out how to make a train in KSP. This would classify as a train to me, I think. Now, is it wonky? Yes. If I had more structural parts, would I have used them? Yes. But does it function and does it do all the basic functions a train should do? Absolutely. And does it do them well? Well, I don't know yet. We haven't tried to put anything in it. So we're going to put something in it next and just see how well it can carry cargo around. Oh, maybe fuel tanks. Probably fuel tanks. And let's just see what our top speed is now with all the extra weight. 20-ish miles an hour. No, actually about 30, well, meters per second. Not miles per hour, but about 30 meters per second, really. Can this thing do ramps still? Can we jump it? We can jump it. Dude, you can jump in the train. Okay, what's the power consumption like now? Still pretty heavy, actually. This is on all our battery? Yeah. Wow. This thing consumes power like no tomorrow. Are these not generating power? Generator nominal. So they're generating power. It's just not enough. So if we park this thing, it would charge back up. But even as it stands, it's not the most long-range device. I want to see how this thing handles hills, though. Oh, stick it. Stick it. Stick it. What blew up? I have no idea what blew up. We're not missing anything that I can tell. I have no idea what blew up there. Oof. Okay, now we have a normal train, guys. Now what's fun about a normal train? Well, very little. Now what's fun about a train that goes a couple thousand miles an hour? A lot. So, are you guys ready to have a train go a couple thousand miles an hour? Because I am. That's kind of what I've been waiting for, to be honest. It's just some poor train going 1,000 miles an hour. That's really what I want in my life, you know what I'm saying? So we're just going to attach this train to these Clydesdales and save and launch it. It shouldn't have any problem handling the weight of the Clydesdales. This is a pretty sturdy structure. I say as everything explodes. But yeah, it should be able to handle the weight of the Clydesdales pretty easily. Should have no problem handling the weight of the Clydesdales. Right? Yeah, we're still moving even. Now we just want to get turned to where we're not pointing towards imminent death. And then we want to do it. I want to make sure our wheels don't go off the edge of the... runway, otherwise we're screwed. Okay, we're screwed. Bye, guys. We're dead. Please don't blow up. Oh my gosh, it didn't blow up. How did that not blow up? We lost one. It doesn't matter. We're that good. If this survives this, I give it a gold medal. It gets a gold medal. Wait, is it still functional even? Oh my goodness, the thing's still functional. Has all of those solar panels. It's perfectly fine, dude. It's like driving with a flat tire. It's fine. We got a couple flat tires actually. We lost that solar panel. That solar panel's gone. But yeah, we popped the tire, and that's about it really. Wow, we did not lose much from being literally exploded. Where did that other Clydesdale go? Oh, it's still just laying back there. I wish I could activate it. I'm gonna go bump into it and see if it explodes. This thing is a beast of a vehicle, though. It can survive that. Okay, here's something that it can't survive. Now I'm just gonna. Are you gonna stream some Valorant later? Actually, I already streamed some Valorant today. Solar Trav. You were around for the first part of streaming Valorant. I streamed Valorant for about 7 hours today. Well, yeah, no, not 7 hours. I streamed for about 5.5. So I'm a little burnt out on Valorant for the day. We've probably done all the Valoranting we're gonna do today. What? Okay. Should we even? I don't want to ask. I don't want to know. What is? See, there's some fun things that. Yes, that's what I want. You read my mind, game. Except for that's gonna have to be way better centered. Okay, so we're gonna place these right here, right? And then this time we're gonna attach them with some structural pieces. Some structural pieces so they don't fly off. I just want to see if this thing. Put it back. I don't know what you did, but put it back. I want to attach it with some structural pieces so that it doesn't fly off, and so that it actually functions as a rocket car. Because I really do want to get this thing going as a rocket car, and just see how good it does, and see if it's like worth anything as a rocket car. Because who knows, it might not be. But I have faith in it actually now that it's going to be a good one. Can the train handle becoming a rocket car and going 5 bajillion miles an hour? I think so. I really do. Oh, by the way, now that a couple of you guys are here, what I was going to tell you is the reason your guys' subscriptions didn't show up for my subscription goal what? The reason that your guys' subscriptions didn't show up for my subscription goals yesterday, and the reason that it didn't show up for any of the other stuff is because you guys have your subscriptions privated on your YouTube account. And when your subscription is privated on your YouTube account, YouTube can't see it, and my streaming software can't see it, and so it doesn't register you as having done it. And so that's why it didn't show up for our little hype thing yesterday, and it didn't show up, your name didn't show up, and it didn't notify me, and it didn't give you any of the notification stuff. It's because you guys have your subscriptions privated. So if you unprivate your subscriptions, unsubscribe and then resubscribe, it should count you guys in. Why? I'm not mad, just disappointed. But why? Okay, we're gonna revert the flight. It was never meant to do that. We're just gonna the train was not meant to fly. Now, what is meant to fly? Watch this. We're gonna send something into space at 1 bajillion miles an hour. In fact, I think this is not only gonna leave orbit, but I think this might just leave everything. Which would be quite funny if it just left everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach a thumper to this, right? Now, you might say, oh, a thumper, that's pretty cool. That's going to take it pretty far. Now we're going to attach couplers to it. 3 directional couplers, right? And then to those 3 directional couplers, we're going to attach Clydesdales. And you might be like, okay, well that's pretty cool. You know, that's an interesting rocket design. That's something that might function. You know, that's an interesting thing. And then, that's not it. This needs the biggins. Not those biggins. It needs a biggin. There we go. And not only are we going to do that, though. Not only are we going to send it into space with... Oh, and also, we got to make sure we have control surfaces, because control surfaces are always important. Not only are we going to send this thing into outer space with this kind of a setup, but... Actually, you know what? This can probably... Exiting everything... This should take us pretty much out of orbit, I think, with Kerbin. And then just send us into outer space, because we're really light. This is a lot of light for a Clydesdale. Because those Clydesdales put in a lot of thrust, and I mean a lot of thrust. What's this game called? It's called Kerbal Space Program. It is Kerbal Space Program, and it is wonderful. I absolutely love it. Now, this thing should just, yeah, it should just accelerate at stupidly high speeds. These Clydesdales actually don't put in as much work as I thought they were going to. We'll see. I have faith that it can speed up. No. Why are you drifting off of course? We are slowly drifting off course. I would like to not drift off course. Thank you. We're going to go straight up as high as we can possibly go. What are we looking at right now in terms of an apoapsis? Oh, by the way, there's a whole solar system that you guys haven't seen yet that we can fly around. There's one of my old craft. There's Big Bean Moon Trip still flying around. And there's my 1940 spacecraft. The OG 1940 spacecraft. And then here's us. And we're going to try and get out of everything. Now, how are we going to get out of everything, you may ask? Well, it's going to consist of a lot of boosting. A lot of very, very fast, strong boosting. And a lot less spinning, because we're spinning quite a lot. We should be able to escape Kerbin, because this is how high we need to be to escape Kerbin. And even that... Whoa, what blew up? I can't. Stop it. Stop. Me not spiral out of control. Okay, this ruined everything. Thank you. Stay there. Stay there. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Thank you. Stay there. I want you to just burn up. Up is all you gotta do. Up forever. Up forever is all you gotta do, man. Because we are just... Yeah, exactly. And... Gone! There we go. What are we... Dude, look. We're rotating around the sun. We're officially going to enter orbit around the sun. Let's just escape Kerbin, and now we're in sun orbit. We escaped absolutely everything. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to them, so let's just speed up time. Yeah, we are orbiting the sun. And if we go back, we can see that we are now orbiting the sun in this lawn dart. We're going to get really close to the sun, actually. It's going to get very bright. Anybody trying to watch the video to sleep. Yeah, we're going to get very, very... Look how fast we are going. 145,000 meters per second. There we go. See, it's working. It's functioning. Thank you so much, Red Rare, for the subscription, boys. It functions now. 10 out of 10. Oh, and our subscriber count went up. See, boys? Epic. I told you I'd get everything working. And I did. And then now we're going to go back out, way far out. I just wonder if we're ever going to collide with Kerbin. Because Kerbin's the planet we left, right? And Kerbin's over there right now. I wonder if we're ever going to hit a point to where we're rotating around and we hit Kerbin. Wait, who's this? Big Bean Moon Trip? Wait, what happened to Big Bean Moon Trip? Why is Big Bean... Wait, Big Bean Moon Trip, what'd you do? Wait, let's switch to the Big Bean Moon Trip real quick. This is from a previous stream over on Twitch. This is the Big Bean Moon Trip. As you can see, Big Bean Moon Trip did not make it to the moon, but it is a big bean. Now, what happened to you, my friend? Why are you now orbiting the sun? Did you get knocked out of orbit? I think you got knocked out of orbit. That's crazy. So now we have a bunch of stuff orbiting the sun. Cool. Cool. let's go ahead and return to the Space Center and build something else cool and wacky. So we know that's enough to get us to leave Kerbin's orbit, right? We know that the 3 Clydesdales are enough to get us to the upper reaches of space. So, well, they're enough with that small amount of fuel we gave them. So it would stand to reason that if we take one of these, right, and then we fuselage liquid fuel. Where's my liquid fuel at? Liquid fuel. Rocket fuel short? No, rocket fuel long. And we want to get ourselves into outer space, right? Not only do we want to get ourselves into outer space, but we want to be able to buy coupler, and then we want to have some liquid power engines. So, like, I don't know. Swivel is good for this kind of thing. Then put our swivels on there. Yep, that's good. Let's turn the Howl Shroud on enabled. Okay. And then we'll have those. Can I zoom back out, please? Can I zoom back out, please? Camera, what are you doing? Camera. Camera. Our camera has decided not to cooperate. Okay, it doesn't matter. What I want to do is I want to put on some thoroughbreds. Are thoroughbreds bigger or smaller than Clydesdales? They have max thrust 1700, max thrust 33. Yeah, the Clydesdales are much larger in all aspects. Let's go ahead and quadruple the Clydesdales, and then we're just gonna have quadruple Clydesdale thrusters, dude. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do this before. I want to have it level. Quadruple Clydesdales, dude. Infinite amounts of thrust. I can't even see the inner vehicle anymore. So we want a way to control what's in there. Actually, we're not even going to have a decoupler, are we? Let's just see how far out into space we can go, actually. This is actually I haven't tried this, I don't think, yet. Just sending something into space as far as I can possibly get it. No, it's tiny ones. Let's just send it into space as far as we can possibly... override. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, we're going to send them as far as we possibly can into space. That's cool, though. We're almost at 50 subs, guys. Can you believe that? We're almost up to 50, dude. That's a milestone. And... yep. We're just going to power it. Just power on, dude. Power on up and out of here. As high as we can possibly go into the stratosphere. Up and away we go. Much faster than the last time, actually. Much faster than last time. And last time was pretty darn fast. Last time was really fast. With the advantage of the liquid fuel boosters, I think we're gonna get really up. We might not, actually, because I don't know how much we're gonna get an upper atmosphere burn, but how much, because the Kerbal actually has physics with the atmosphere. Kerbal Space Program actually has physics with the atmosphere, where there's thick layers of atmosphere, thin layer atmosphere, and you know how drag works. And so the drag is lessened the farther up you go in the atmosphere, and so your thrust is a lot better used. So I actually don't think this is going to get near as high as the last one did, unfortunately, even though we had way more powerful engines and a lot more usable thrusts. We're still probably going to escape Kerbin, though. At least we should escape Kerbin. Yes. Escape. Escape. Escape velocity. Escape velocity. We have put another thing in orbit. I wonder how many things it's going to take in orbit before one of these things hits each other. Probably a lot. And off in space we go. Yep. Now we have this also orbiting the sun. I don't want to go to Duna. That'd be cool. What would it take for us to get to Duna? No, select the path. No. I don't want to go to Moon Trick. I don't want to go there either. I want to go to Eve. Let me get just my path, right? And then let's slow it down. And then we're just going to add maneuver. And then... No, we don't want that. We want this, I think. No, we don't want that. We want this. No. We do not want that. We want this then. Yeah, we want this. So what we want to do is we want to try and counter Duna. So in order to counter Duna, we need to burn... Duna encounter? Wait, we're way off for that. Anyways. Point is that we sent something else way back up into space that's not just going to drift around forever while we screw around here on Earth. Or Kerbal, as it is known formally. So let's see what we can do here. So what do we want to do now is the question. One variable there is where our research and development. I want to build... I want to build something fast. I want to build something really fast. That's what I want to do. Let's try and make something that's stupidly fast. Well, we already have stuff that's stupidly fast. Okay. I know everybody wants to see it, so we're going to see it, but what's a Clydesdale do when it's just a mounted Clydesdale? Let's just mount a Clydesdale. I'm having way too much fun playing around with these Clydesdales, I'm sorry. But they're just big fun. They're just big bundles of fun. I mean, what's not fun about sending a rocket going 1,000,000 miles per hour? To me, that's kind of the height of this game. Sending something flying at ludicrous speeds to never return home. Pretty epic. Pretty good. And then let's go ahead and put ourselves some landing gear on here. Because of course, we want landing gear on this. There we go. Nothing makes sense on this craft. It's okay. It doesn't have to. How about a robot or a mech? Oh, okay. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think I can do it, but it's going to be rough. Because it's really hard to get moving parts. Like, actually moving parts. So a mech's going to be an interesting challenge. I think I can do a mech, though. We can probably pull up already. Right? Pull up. We can pull up soon, right? Right? Are we just going too fast to pull up? No, we can pull up. How fast is this gonna... Oh, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, fair enough. Revert flight to spaceplant hangar. Let's make a mech. So, a mech's probably gonna be easiest to make in the other builder. So let's get in the other builder. And I'm probably gonna top it with that one... Let's try it. So I'm going to have to break stuff, but not break other things, is what I'm going to have to do. I don't think swivels are by default in the game. This is going to be our top piece. This is going to be the head of our mech, right? And then now we want to make the neck to our mech. The neck to our mech. So the neck of our mech is probably going to be a big one of these, if I can find the big one of these. There is a big one of these somewhere. What does this do? What does it do, though? Is it just heavy? Yeah, it just looks like it's just heavy. Oh, I can use that to make the stuff better. Dude. Oh, okay. We're doing that next. I can use that to make my my other rocket thing way better. I'm gonna open by hand. Perfect with explosive doors. There we go. That's gonna be the neck to our mech, right? So we got a tiny mech, right? This is the body of our mech. So now what we have to do is somehow get arms, working arms. So is there any... There's not default swivels, I don't think. Put a flag on it too, why not? Put a big flag. Yeah. You've put an interesting predicament in front of me because how am I gonna get it to swivel? Wait. Oh, this is what I was looking for before, by the way. Okay, so there's nothing I can do to make it swivel. No, we're not gonna do that. Nothing I can do to make it swivel. So that's not an option. So now I just gotta figure out how I can break it without actually breaking it. That's our only other option, really, is to break it without breaking it. And yes, I am gonna make this extremely simple. Because... Guys, it's complete. Look at it. No, it's not complete. Okay, so I think what we're gonna have to do for a mech is we're gonna have to do the most basic form of a mech. What I mean by that is I think we're gonna have to do like the treads for feet kind of mech, like a rejected Gundam kind of mech. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our module girders, right? I will give it things to attack with though. I think giving it weapons would make it a lot cooler, so we're gonna do that for sure. But I want some round. Actually, we could just do that, but that's no fun. Let's see. Rove maxes aren't big, right? Yeah, Rove maxes are pretty tiny. They're not that huge. So we're just gonna place ourselves some Rove maxes. One Rove. We're gonna get like, I don't know, 3 Rove max? No, 2 Rove max, and then I'll adjust them and we can fit 3 Rove max. And we'll put a second Rove max here. And then a third Rove max. Actually, 4 Rove maxes will work okay. Then we'll rotate the Rove maxes to be perfectly no, the other way. Perfectly vertical, and then rotate this Rove max to be perfectly vertical. Then rotate this Rove max to be perfectly vertical. Wait. And then rotate this Rove max to be vertical. Yeah, a mech's an interesting challenge. It really is. There's a lot of interesting design problems with making a mech in KSP. For multiple reasons, really. Wait. How much can this... Motorized? Yeah, I know, but... doesn't say how much force they provide. It doesn't matter, I guess. Can I... No, there's no way I fit 2... No, there's a way I fit 2. Okay, we'll fit 2 right there then too. And then now we have a way to move, right, with our mech. And then we're gonna have... We need to have armor to it. Ooh, this is a cool idea. I'm gonna kit this thing out. Guys, we're gonna kit this thing out together. So I'm gonna build some of these, and then we'll put armor over it later. It's gonna need batteries to power it. Plain and simple. But these batteries tend to explode a lot, so... And then we'll work on making arms for it. So these will be joints in the arms, and then we'll attach ones to the bottom. And then joints for the arms. This is gonna be one of those really sad toys that you got as a kid and you were like, "Oh dang, man. Really? Come on, man." And like, you remember those dollar store mechs that you can get? Like as a kid? This is going to be the dollar store mech. Except for it's going to look really good by the time we're done with it. So now we have our basic mecha, right? We have a basic design for a mech. And then now what we want to do is we want to strut it up first. Before we start armor plating it, you want to strut it. Because the struts can kind of go through objects and be kind of particular about where they go. So you really do want to strut up an object before you start doing anything else with it. The last thing you want is for it to break before you get the struts done. No. Is to break the struts later. We're going to get that together, and then we're going to get strut straight across. So that's structurally sound. And then this should be pretty structurally sound now. And then we'll attach these to these. And we'll attach this to this. And then now that's functioning. And We can add armor to it. Where's the big Where's the big plates? There we go. Big plates. I want plates on it. Armor. No, smaller armor. There you go. That's a good size armor. And then we'll armor it up. And then we'll armor this part up. And then we'll armor this part up. No. Smaller plate. We'll armor this part up. And then we'll armor these parts as well. So we want to put structural those. Structural those. And then we want to put structural these. And then we want to put structural plates over to the side that we're going to bend down later. This is going to be the most part-heavy vehicle we've made so far this stream. There's going to be a lot of parts to make this thing happen, but it's going to be very nice when it's done happening. At least I think it is in my head. For all I know, it could be disastrous, but I think it should look pretty okay when we're done with it. Flip down the armor plate. Click on that one, flip down the armor plate. Click on that one, flip down the armor plate. Click on that one, flip down the armor plate. Click on this one, flip over the armor plate. Click on this one, flip up the armor plate. Armor plating is valuable, and then flip over the armor plate. There we go. And then now it has some levels of protection from the front anyways. It's much more protected from the front than it is from the back. And then I'll leave, well no, we won't leave the back without armor plating. Who are we? We have to armor plate the back. We'll armor plate this part. And then I actually think we'll be ready to go. This actually reminds me of a couple of different things I've seen in the past in terms of like concept ideas for mechs and everything in real life. And actually it reminds me of the show I was watching. This like mech show where they would take and battle these quote-unquote mechanoids, like real life mechs. The show was rather BS because the mechs weren't really mechs. They were just like things with treads and guns, you know, like this guy is. But this hopefully will bring up the level of Ka-chow in this mech a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Chow, Lightning McQueen. Bring up the level of Owen Wilson within this craft's heart. This craft may not be beautiful, but it has heart. That is for sure. For sure it has heart. And then now it's pretty well armored. Now I need to give it guns and weapons. So, in terms of melee, that's pretty simple. We have drills. Convertotron. Raw materials, mobility enhancer, yeah, launch escape system. Oh, that's cool. And pod up and away from, that's cool. We're gonna put drill-o-matics on this baby. Look at this. Baby, and now it's got melee weapons. Melee weapons on it. Yes. Melee weapon complete. I could have probably used that as the outside. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I've been afraid to, Oh, really? You think so? Thank you. And then we'll put this on the outside, like that, and that looks much better. And then, now it's time to kit him out with some real high power stuff, right? Because so far all our mech has is the bay, I guess? The bay is deployable, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care about the service module that we're building that off of. So, what we need to do is give it some real firepower. What that means is giving it some coupling. And then, from the couplers, we'll attach ourselves... Would shrimp be better? Shrimp can work. Yeah, we'll give it some shrimp. We'll have shrimp rocket launchers. And we'll attach ourselves our aerodynamics nose cones. is literally your only. I swear, this is literally your only purpose in life. If you did not attach, I'm gonna be very upset with you. You're kidding me, right? Come on, attach. They're always very finicky. Stupid nose cones are so finicky, dude. They do not want. Fine, fine, fine. Small circular intakes it is. Because at least they attach easy. Well, here I was singing your praises, and now you won't even attach easy. I want to give the rockets a nose cone so they look cool. Come on. Oh wait, I can rotate it. Oh wait, does that mean I can do the same thing with the nose cone? Oh yeah, baby. Now we got rockets. Now, this should function as Combat Mech Mark 1. And now, if we save it and we load it, overwrite, yeah. Launch it. Now, hopefully the wheels can sustain the weight. The one thing I'm concerned about is it being way too heavy for the wheels. Because if the wheels are too heavy, we're going to get absolutely screwed over. The wheels are going to be the scary part. I really don't have to rekit the wheels. Okay, good. The wheels work. Now, it turns. Yes, it moves. It moves. It moves. Oh, it's cool. Oh, it's cool. It goes pretty fast, too, for a mech. Oh, dude. Imagine seeing this thing rolling down the street. I'd be getting pretty scared if this thing just rolled down the street at me. Now, let's not turn too fast, because it is going to be quite top-heavy. Okay, and now if we wanted to, we could deploy these drills, right? And then now they're out and ready to go. And then here's our melee weapons. Our melee weapons are out and ready to party. If anybody wants to walk up to it, we can just bop, bop, bop. See? We can just start spinning them. Okay, they automatically turn off because Kerbal doesn't sense that there's any ground there to mine. That's fine. Put on our brakes and let's test out our rocket capabilities. How much damage can we do with the rockets just before we have a target? Okay, they're very short-range rockets. Let's fix that. I don't like how short-range those rockets are. Thank you. You think it works good? I need to figure out how to make these rockets not just dive into the ground. That would be preferable. So do we have like a super tiny wing that I can just strap on them? It's not going to be too big. I need just the tiniest wing you can find. That's a big wing. I need the tiniest little wings. Those are too big. Tiny little wing. No, too big. Tiny little wing. Nope, too big. All the wings are too big. Yep. Yeah, all the wings are too big. So how are we going to make the rockets more effective? Well, I know exactly how to do that. Here. Problem solved. Simply rotate up. There we go. Now, these should function way better as actual rockets to shoot at somebody. So, stop on this launch pad. Launch pad? Yeah. Just put your brakes on. Park on the launch pad. And then we're just going to try the rockets. Boom! That works pretty good. Okay, so we need something sitting right about next to the... let's go ahead and revert flight to the vehicle assembly. And then let's exit it. Let's go ahead and exit this. And we're going to build a target for us to shoot at, because I want to see how much damage these missiles actually do. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna make the target Mark 1. And what the target Mark 1 is gonna be, I have no idea yet. But I want it to be unmanned. There we go. So unmanned, and then we're just gonna have... Where's my structural stuff? Unmanned with structural fuselage. And structural fuselage. My structural fuselages. Structural fuselage. Structural fuselage. And then inside of our structural fuselages, we're going to have ourselves some batteries. No, place them on the inside. Yeah. Batteries. And batteries. And then batteries. And batteries. And now this is going to be the target Mark 1. Target Mark 1, I only exist to explode. What is my life? And that should be pretty good for the Target Mark 1's description of everything. And then now we just need some wheels. So Robomax, Rovermax, and then rotate them accordingly. Further straight up and down. And then rotate you all to where you're straight up and down ish. Then rotate you guys till you're out. Just like that. And then rotate you guys till you're level. About that. And then now save it, launch it. Let's go drive it over to where we hit last time, which was right next to the flagpole, if you remember. And let's shoot it with a cannon. Let's shoot it with a cannon, dude. And I think this will be the last thing we do with the stream for today. Is shoot this with a cannon. And then the stream will be over for today. So we're going to send it off with a big boom. Big boomy explosion. We're going to blow up our friend Mr. Target Mark 1. Only exists to explode. What a sad existence. Drives very well for a car. In this game. Because cars in this game generally don't work. As you guys probably know by watching this stream. Cars in this game are not the easiest thing to build, surprisingly. Let's just zip on over to where we need to be. Don't hit that light. You hit the light anyways. Doesn't matter. You didn't blow up. You're about to blow up, though, because you're going to stand right where you're supposed to stand and get exploded. Hello, dog. Hello, Dad. I said I was going to take out the trash for you. Okay. Went ahead and doing it early. Anyways, I'm going to sit right here, toggle brakes, and now I just want to line you up right about here was where the explosion hit last time, right on the crosshairs. Let's back you up just a little bit and just sit right there and wait. Just sit right there and wait. Don't you worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen at all. Nothing. Not even little. Nothing bad's gonna happen at all. Don't you worry about it. What? Blow you up? Nah, we're not gonna blow you up. Are you kidding me? That'd be crazy. We'd be crazy to blow you up, Mr. Target. Nah, we're not gonna blow you up. Come on. There you go. And Combat Mech Mark 1. Load. And launch. We're not gonna blow you up. There's no way. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that. Nah. Don't you worry. Be crazy to blow you up. Brakes. Do you have any final words, Target? Subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the bell icon. That's heresy. They went farther this time than they did last time. Why would you go farther? When I pulled the... You went farther than you did last time. You know that, right? Even with the brakes on. Brakes on, right? And then we're going to move backwards. We're going to move a little far. We're going to step a couple steps back. Take a couple steps back. And then we're just going to... Launch! Now get him! Get him, rockets! Boom! Let's see. Did we... Okay, we're coming after you. We're going to get you with the... Fine, we couldn't get you with the other thing. We're going to get you with the drills. Come on, drills. We're gonna go get him with the melee weapons. He might be too short for this. I understand that he's probably too short for this. Come here! You didn't die to the stupid... You did not die to the stupid thing, so now we're gonna have to... Oh, please don't. Okay, I think that's a pretty good place. I think that's a pretty good place.